All right, folks, starting on a green-eyed snake. I don't know how many hours it's going to be. I don't know how many days it's going to be, but it is what it is. And this radio I've already been in. Yeah, I got a back panel. I got to change the back panel to one without holes in it. It's an 86, so that's a good year. That was a good year. All right, got to see if what works, what doesn't work, and go from there. All right. So everything's good. There's 128. Not very loud, but it's loud enough. All right. Okay. So the receive's good. Transmit's good. It's good for a restoration. 1, 2, audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2, 3, 4, audio. Yep. The baseline, normally the baseline on these things is 15 watts when I get it from eBay or wherever. And if it's doing 15 watts, I'm happy.
Audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2, audio. Alright, there we go.
Alright, counter's working. Clarifier's gone. Because I did do some work on this radio to get it working after I got it on eBay. So, yeah, I remember that. And, so, yeah, we got to put a new coil in there. Somebody effed it up. I did put a new final in it. I remember that. And, oh yeah, I put a new resistor on the bottom of the, on the switch panel because it needed one. The receive was down, so that resistor on the switch panel was bad for the RF gain, where the RF gain connects. And this, I just threw this in here to get it working. So I'm gonna find a smaller one, put it on the right side. And there you go. Alright. Yep, I changed the other ones already. I changed out the other ones, so. Yep. But that, yeah, see, sometimes that resistor got all burnt. So that means there was a problem in the radio. Yeah, if you got low receive on your 2000, that's one of the first things to check. Lift the board out carefully. This wire might come off right here, the pink one. So just be careful of that. And see if you got any bad looking resistors here. 47 ohms. And I believe this one is 100 ohms. And then there's a couple other ones up there. So if I see one bad one, I just change them. All right. But this thing is minty. It's pretty minty inside. Yep, I just got to clean it up before I start working on it. Yeah, I changed the AM regulator and the final. All right. And yeah, I see a couple. There's a couple transformers that are bad because they're outside the travel. They're outside the spec zone. You know, where they should be in the travel. Like these are down in here. These are up here to where get them to where they're right. So they're bad. Yep, these transformers do go bad, believe it or not. All right. Yep, it's missing the missing the main limiter right there, and of course the AM limiter's cut too. They wanted to make sure that there was no limiting in this radio. All right, time to get going on it, man. All right, counter looks good. So we're gonna start tearing it down. And getting her done. Got some used meters in there, so I can sell them later down the road. And I think this one's stuck. Yeah, that one's stuck, but this one's okay. All right, so all the controls are pretty good. That one's just loose on the body of it. Yep. All right. We'll be back, folks. All right, so I'm going to pull the transformer out, pull the counter out, pull the meters out, pull out the, and then I'll start doing some cleaning and stuff. All right. All right, got all the wiring out, man. All the power wiring. From the switch up here, all the wire here, the counter wires, all the switch wires on the power switches are off, and the main wire going to the radio, so I can rebuild power supply boards and put all new wire back in. Upgraded wire. All right, there you go. So there's the board all cleaned up. There's all the old parts. There's the rectifier all cleaned up. There's the heatsink all cleaned up. So I'm going to put it all back together now. All right, so all transistors and diodes, I use my heatsink on. And all the little parts too. Like for the broadbanding and stuff, they're small PF caps, picofarad. So I use them on that. We used on all the receiver diodes, everything, and any transistor before I solder. All right, we'll be back. All right, so I got the bottom all cleaned up, got the inside all cleaned up, and all that done. Got all the plugs cleaned, all the switches cleaned. I tightened down all the little hold downs on the switches so they don't move around, because they don't tighten them from the factory. Now I'm rebuilding the power switch on the back of the radio. I've checked all the checked these, and they're all tight, and I've cleaned them with my contact cleaner, and then I lubed them. So, all right, here's the crusty power switch in the back here. All right, definitely needs to be cleaned. All right, so I'm changing out the power switch. I'm gonna maintenance the mic jack, and I'm gonna maintenance the headphone jack. We got some glue right there. All right, we'll be back. So we got the back all in, a nicer one, no holes. I got the switch rebuilt.
Well, they have to gaslight people.
Oh,
they have to. They
I gotta take it back out. Oh, crap.
You know you're the vast majority, they're in some trouble.
Okay, I gotta fix that switch.
They're in a very...
Yep, I didn't tight. For some reason, the two little bottom hold downs didn't grab it good enough. Great. All right, we'll be back. All right, so we got some glue on the jumpers on the mic jack here.
This is going to be massive. Right now you have
all right, and as you can see, the soldering, I don't know if you can see those little cracks around the pins, but there's cracks around the pins on there.
They are being tortured on purpose in an attempt to break them, to get them to accept a plea deal where they admit
those two pins right there, very little solder, and they're about ready to break. All right. All right, so the whole power supply section is rewired with the good Mil-Spec tin-plated copper, oxygen-free wire, and yep. So the whole anything that has to do with the power section is rewired. All right, and then of course the switch will be rewired. Put a brand new power switch in. Okay. Oh yeah, I got to fix the switch on the back. That reminds me. All right, I got to pull that out, see what's going on. But anyway, okay, that's all done. The AC section is done. All right, so now I'm going to do the heatsink and all the ICs, change the regulators and new plastic screws and all that stuff. All right, this side's all done now. All right, so there you go. Got the finals back in, got everything all cleaned up. Loctited, recompounded the heatsink, got the new regulators in. There you go. There you go. There's the soldering.
Give you lots of the down the line issues.
There you go.
Impaired immunity.
I just touched up the soldering on the audio chip. It was changed at one time, and the soldering was not very good, so I just touched it up.
It's very common, and in fact, even on the government websites,
I'm gonna fire it up. All right, so we got all the caps out. Now I'm ready to put them all back in. And there's some of the new caps I changed as well. These are backed by the audio chip, and then the two 6 volt or 10 volt tantalum caps too, right here in the middle. All right, there you go, man. There's some corrosion on the driver bias adjustment, and that's watch. I'm gonna break this off in one or two bends. It's gonna break right off. There you go. A little piece just broke off. All right, there's some more corroded stuff in the back. Okay, I'm doing the noise blanker adjustment now. So that's where we're at right now.
They came back 1992 with Agenda 21.
All right, see what we can. That's where it is right now. Pretty much no voltage at all. All right. Okay, now we're up to 1.8 volts, so close to 2 volts. That's as good as I could get it. All right. Okay, so here's some. This is the main input cap for the receiver. There, you can see the copper right there, the corrosion, and the corrosion on that 100 ohm resistor there. There you go, and it's right in this area right here. All right, so everything is in, everything's done, all the corrosion's cleaned out. I just got to do some more maintenance in the VCO area, and then that'll be the last mod. That's a nice big brace right here on the main crystal. All the receiver mods are done, everything.
You make calculations on how you're going to fulfill your obligations.
All right, now I'm going to do some wiring upgrade, of course. And yeah, there was quite a bit of corroded parts. All right. All right, so there's the brand new mic gain control. Now I'm going to replace the volume control, and then that's it. That's all I need to replace. All right, we'll be back. Okay, we're putting in the new, brand new volume control now. Okay, we'll be back. So we got all the wiring upgrade done. We got all the mods done on the board. Everything, man. Broadbanding, caps, new regulators, receiver mods, everything. All right. Yep. So there's the parts. There's all the parts for that. The big cap and stuff. So there's all the wiring, and I got my 4-wire mod in there. So now these switches are open. A&L, CBPA, and speaker switch is all open for mods now. All right. On to some other stuff. All right, I am getting ready to do the counter module. So I do see some glue in the normal area right down in here. And the ICs will be redone. I need to clean out the, I need to clean it out, spray it out with my contact cleaner. Just don't spray these cans, the adjustments, the transformers, because they have plastic in them, and the contact cleaner, some contact cleaners will melt plastic. You don't want to spray these. You just want to spray around them if you're going to spray them. And the bottom's okay. All right, we'll be back. All right, there you go. Got it all cleaned up. Got it all recapped. Got the 6-digit clock mod done. Now I just got to put in the clean the side here, and then put in the compound and the ICs against the side there. There you go. All right. All right, there's all the old caps. All right, and this radio is does not need the technical service bulletins or nothing else that's online, because that was only that technical service bulletin you see, people see for if your counter quits working, if your cover 2000 counter quits working, here, this is a technical service bulletin. Well, That only applied to the first 10,700 radios or something. So if your radio is after 1978, then you don't have to even worry about it. All right, so I got all the front all apart now. I'm starting to clean it up. Got the display out, the old display out. I won't need that anymore. Got all the chrome cleaned in here. Got it clean inside the windows. Now I just got to clean in here so I can put the new filtering in. Got cleaned all down in these cracks here. First, I'm going to polish all the chrome with my chrome polish. And then I get all of it cleaned down in here and down in here and everything. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, here's some quality work for you. All the light wires that go up to the top here, they're all in heat shrink. There you go. They're all in heat shrink. All right, we'll be back. All right, there's all the nitros. Now I just got to take them all apart, rewire them, clean the bolts, put them back on, drill the holes, wire them all up, glue them down flat on these bolts. And you can't do it with the wires on the bottom, so you have to take the wires off. You got to sand off the shiny stuff on the bottom. Then you got to sand the bolts, and you got to clean them with alcohol. Yep, it's the only way they look really good. If you just put them on here, and you don't do that, then they're just going to be free floating, and it looks like shit. So, no, I don't do it that way, man. All right, that's how everybody else does it. All right, so I'm changing over to the next timer now. Here's the first one. So we're gonna be, once it gets to 24 hours, it's done. All right, we're past 24 hours now. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, back to the nitro. All right, getting ready to put the bottom on. Just want to show you all everything. I'm just put on temporary because still got to put in the 6 LEDs in here and the white panel. And I still got to put the panel on the front, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just tuning up the radio right now, but there you go. So everything's all clean, everything's all done, ready to go. All right. Okay. And all the green wiring in there, that's all upgraded wiring, man. All the green wire. All throughout, everywhere. Nice big 10,000 UF audio cap. It won't fit on the bottom, that's why it's up here. All right. Get ready to do the alignment. See how good how broadband the receive is. Okay, we'll be back. All right, so I got the nitros running instead of at 14 volts or 13.9 what the radio is. I got them running at about 9.1 volts. So they should last a lot longer. What happens with these nitros is, these little white LEDs, from the heat of them being on, it just turns them brown. And then they get dimmer and dimmer. So, you don't need to have them on all the time. I would only put them on at night, so it looks killer at night. I would not use them during the daytime. Because you're just going to shorten the life of them, that's it, man. Even though I've turned them way down, it's still good. They probably will last 10 years now versus 5 years. If you ran them all the time, you were using the radio. So, I would not use them unless you're at night. All right, and there's the mode lights. There you go. Transmit, receive. Okay. All right. So we're getting ready to check the receiver. All right, after going through the radio, volume all the way up, noise blankers on, tones open. At 128, it's down probably at least an S unit and a half. So that means I got to swap some transistors. I got to check some gain on some transistors, man. I know the transmit will be easy because it's always good. but the receive is the hardest part to get to broadband. Yep, it's definitely down about an S-unit and a half. All right, well now I got to start changing some of the gain transistors to my higher gain ones and new ones. All right, you have to have it if you have the channel board, man. All right, we'll be back. It always is good, but the receive sometimes it's not good. It's not as good as it could be. Okay, there you go. Here's the PP on -15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's on sideband. Here's 108, 28085, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio. And then channel 20, audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio. So it's right there, man. Audio. 1, 2, audio 1, 2, audio. Okay. All right. So I did it as good as I could get it, man. As good as I could get it. All right, we'll be back. All right, folks. Here is all the parts that went into building this 2000. There you go. Yes, and these are IF transistors that I had to replace. And we have a lot of transformers too. So that's everything it took to do the whole radio. Transformer, regulators, PLL, another transformer, AM regulator, new power switch, all the old LEDs, all the little parts. There you go.
Why are you such a turd?
Okay, so it's on hold until I get. All right, Joe. Thanks. It's on hold till I get the backlit little LEDs for the backlit switches, and then I can put it all together and be done. And we just got the carbon fiber wrap done, and I got the all the paint off the extra paint off the knobs, and we got the face in too. So, all right. Okay, we'll be back. All right, so we're just about done here. I got the white around the where it was chrome. I got that painted white now around the auxiliary and the phone jack because the chrome was messed up from people removing the jacks, which I don't know why, or just bumping stuff against the little chrome things there. Got a couple little nicks on the chrome here, but I'm gonna try to blend them in as good as I can. But anyway, there you go. It's all done. So I still got to finish up the inside. I still got to work on the receiver just a little bit more. Okay, I'm getting ready to put on the knobs. All right, we'll be back. And I got 3 coats of paint on the green button tops here. 3 coats of green. So, yep. All right. The top chrome is excellent, man. Just the bottom edges. The bottom edge here is bad. And right here, but it's not horrible. I mean, because you're distracted by the rest of the lights and the face and everything else, so you don't even notice those little imperfections. All right, folks, we got her all done. I just spent another 5 hours on the receiver because it was more than 5 S-units low, which is 30 dB low on the receiver, and that's on my dummy load. That's without an antenna. I had to change 7 transformers. I had to change the AM filter. I had to change 6 of the gain transistors. I had to change the AM filter. I had to change a couple parts in the AM filter section because they were out of spec. So I mean, now it's awesome. Now it's above. Now it's almost at the plus sign where it was at S9 when I started. So I just cleaned off the bottom of the board one more time, and that's it, man. I just got to check the SWR cal, make sure it's working like it should. All right, so let's see here. We're on cal. Yeah, we're on cal right now. Hold on. let's check it here. Okay, so it's measuring at about 3.5 watts. So I can bring that down. I could bring it down a little bit. Yeah, see, it's going way past. Let's go back up a little bit. Yeah, back up a little bit. And that's measuring at, yeah, almost right about 5 watts. Okay. Yep, that's 4 watts right there. So. Yep, and there's the SWR bridge. So it's good. Barely coming off the peg, man. Alright. And 5 watts. Carrier is right on the 9. Almost right on the 9. Right there. There we go. Alright. So, yeah. Couldn't send it out until I got the receive as good as I could, man. But it did take me personally 5 hours, and then customer did not pay for it. I paid for it because I'm supplying the radio. So, and actually, this radio is a gift to someone. It's not even. I'm not even getting paid for my 40 or 50 hours of work on this radio. It actually took 50 hours to do this radio. So I'm not getting paid a cent. I'm putting out all the money, and me and another guy is putting out all the money. All right, just got to put the board back in now, channel board. All right, we'll be back. All right, so brand new power switch. All the green wire you see in here, that's all upgraded wiring to the Mil-Spec copper. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's tin coated copper or what coated, but it's coated copper, so it's really good stuff. 10-turn clarifier. There's the backlights, the backlights for the switch panel, and all the work, man, all the work has been done. Wiring upgrades and everything, man. So, yep, these are for the meter lights. I always run all the lighting and the clarifier and everything right to the regulator. I don't scrimp on anything, man. I don't scrimp on anything. Everything goes to the regulator. All right, and then there's the white circles I painted because the chrome was really bad on them, so I painted those white there in the front. Looks a lot nicer. And the face is all done. They've got green lines on the knobs, brand new meters, white meter inserts, all the green coloring. All the green coloring. 10-turn clarifier. Does a little over 5 kcs. Because you don't need to do 10 kcs with this channel board. So, no reason to make it a super slider clarifier. Alright, it's pretty close right now, man. It's cold right now, but, you know, once it heats up, it'll get aligned perfectly. And all caps, regulators, changed the final in it. I changed, yeah, 7 or 8 of the transformers, the cans there, whatever you want to call them. And so, all right, just got to do a couple more little things in the radio, and then and I got to build a microphone for it. We got the white line right here. This whole thing was taken off and painted, so we got the white matching line right here that matches the face, or otherwise it would be silver, like, you know, just the regular silver like that. So nitro on and off. So anybody that has nitro lights, just a word of caution: do not run them all the time. Do not run them all the time, because they will not last more than 5 or 6 years, and there's no warranty on LEDs, okay? There's no warranty on LEDs. So, if they go out after 5 or 6 years, you have to send the radio back, and I have to renew them. So only use the LEDs, only use the nitros when you're at night, because in the daytime you don't need them. You just don't need them in the daytime. Yeah, it looks cool, but that's a lot of money to be having them on all the time, right? And we got the big 10,000 UF Elna audio grade filter cap in here. Power supply all rebuilt, everything, man. I mean, the whole radio, counter, everything's been gone through on this radio, everything. Technical service bulletin was done on this radio because it's a really early one. So, all right. So we're gonna put it all together, and I'm gonna tune the receiver one more time to balance it, because now I can balance it. Before I couldn't even balance it because it didn't even hear on CB worth the fuck. So. All right, we'll be back. All right, folks, there you go. Another green-eyed Super Snake. Red, white, and green mode lights. Looks like factory. Meters look like fluorescent lights. Killer counter display. It doesn't do that in person. That's the refresh rate on the camera. It's not the same refresh rate as the display at the LED. So, all right, there you go, man. Backlit switches. And the receive is back where it needs to be, man. As bad as it was with this. See, the better 2000 you start with, the better it's going to be in the end.
I don't see anything going on that's crazy.
And as you go up in frequency with these channel boards, the counter, it'll change frequency a little bit, so you just got to move the clarifier a little bit to the left, and then it comes right back in.
He was right behind me, and he just put a whole house generator, Generac. It's like
all right.
Plenty of juice. So I got 100-foot 12.
I just call it digital slop. Nothing I can do about it. It's designed into the board. All right. All right, folks. So, yep, this radio's starting to warm up now. I've had the cover on for a little while. Okay, so 1, 2, audio 1, 2, audio 1, 2. That's this is the audio with one of my studio elements in a stock coffin mic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio. And here it is on AM with the same mic. Hold on. 1, 2. Audio 1, 2. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio. Oh yeah. Audio 1, 2. Audio 1, 2. Audio. Audio 1, 2. Audio 1, 2. And here's sideband output. Audio 1, 2. Audio 1, 2. Audio 1, 2. Audio. Audio 1, 2. Audio 1, 2. Audio. Yeah, see, the limiter's still on the radio, but it does have an NPC mod. 1, 2. Audio 1. So wide open with this microphone. It drives it beautiful when you're talking right up on it. So I'm going to send this microphone with the radio. It's going off to Canada, and it's going to Andy up in Canada. Andy Tobin. All right, audio 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio. Okay, folks, there you have it, man. So it's all done. You just got to be careful with this lip right here, because as you saw today, what happened? I dropped something on it and put a little chip in it. So yes, it's not pristine, but it's now it's been gone through as good as I possibly can. 50 hours of work in this radio, people, and I mean it's definitely not a 10-meter Super Snake, but it's got the 5200 series board, which goes from 26815 to 28085. That's the top. 28085 to 26815. So I got to let it burn in for a few days. I got to make sure the VCO is good, and I got to just and then do the final alignment, and then I got to box it up and send it off to Canada. Okay, it's going to cost about $180 in shipping alone. All right. Oh, one more little thing I got to do is put a date code sticker on the back. It's a 1970. It's a 1979 2000. All right, tons of work on this fucker, man. You guys will see the video, so. Well, yeah. I probably should just show the whole build video, what all went into this thing, because it's a lot of work, man. At least most of it I'll show, but yeah. So here it is in the dark. There you go. So my friend and brother Andy up there in Canada has been wanting a Super Snake forever, but you know, he's got a family, he's on a tight budget, and so I just me and David, my other brother, decided to go ahead and use David's radio to build Andy a radio. So yes, that's right, folks. I did this radio not out of charity, not because I want everybody to think I'm some cool dude and some awesome dude and gave away a freaking $1,800 Super Snake. I just did it because he's our brother, man, and he's wanted a Super Snake really bad, and he's always here to support me, and he's my channel mod and everything else. So, you know, there you go, man. That's why I did it. So we decided to do it. And at the last minute here, I threw almost like new channel selector in because the old one was just almost gone after 40 years, you know. So, all right. So just always use the 10-channel jump switch. All right. And don't use the nitros. Use the nitros sparingly, and don't leave it on as a clock. When you're done, always turn it off. Turn off the AC on the back. All right. So there it is without the lights. Red, white, and green Super Snake. Okay, folks. Everything's been done. Everything's been gone through. Everything. 50 hours of work. All right. So yes, I did not make any money on this radio at all. I gave it away. Well, first one I've ever given away. I've given radios to veterans, but never to a friend. All right. Later, man.